5 players. One massive season ahead. And if even 2 or 3 of these guys deliver on their potential, the Chicago Bears could be looking at something truly special in 2026. This is the breakout watch list you need to hear before the season kicks off. If you're fired up about Bears football, hit that like button, share this with every Bears fan you know, and subscribe so you never miss a breakdown like this one. Now before we dive in, let's set the ground rules. No rookies. They haven't proven they can survive a single NFL snap yet, so they don't belong on a breakout list. We're focused on players in years 2, 3, and 4 of their careers, guys who've shown real flashes but haven't yet had that jaw-dropping moment where the entire league stops and says, "Okay, that guy is a star." And there's a difference between a player who's broken out and a player who's on the edge of it. Colts and Loveland. Already one of the best tight ends in football. Darnell Wright. Second-team All-Pro. Those guys have arrived. The 5 names we're about to go through are still climbing. Caleb Williams. Let's start at the top. Caleb Williams. Year 2 in the NFL, and this is the moment that separates the good quarterbacks from the truly elite ones. Think about Josh Allen. He flashed in year 2, then exploded in year 3 into one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in football. Caleb has already shown he belongs in this league. He's made plays in big moments that made you lean forward in your seat. But week after week, drive after drive, the kind of dominant, suffocating quarterback play that makes you think franchise cornerstone. We haven't seen it in full yet. Accuracy is still the headline conversation around him. And listen, this isn't panic, this is honest evaluation. The ceiling here is enormous. But the question entering this season is whether Caleb Williams takes that monster leap from clearly a good starter to top 5 quarterback in the NFL. At an absolute minimum, top 10. If he hits top 5, you start talking about a $55 to $60 million per year contract, and nobody blinks. The talent is there. The stage is set. Now it's about sustaining it. Luther Burden 3. Think about what Luther Burden 3 did as a rookie wide receiver. Yards per route run, number 1 in the last decade among rookie wideouts. Let that land for a second. In his entire position group, across 10 years of NFL history, no rookie receiver was more efficient per route than Luther Burden last year. And that's before he even had a full grasp of the offense. His role grew slowly, the playbook took time, and the opportunities were limited early. But when they opened up the field for him, he destroyed the San Francisco 49ers on Monday Night Football in a performance that had the entire league paying attention. Here's what makes him dangerous. He's not just a speed threat. He wins underneath. He wins at intermediate depth. He can take it vertical. He is one of the most punishing yards after catch players in football right now, with the acceleration, the elusiveness, and the pure physicality to make defenders look foolish in open space. And he blocks. He blocks with effort and energy that Ben Johnson demands from his receivers. No block, no rock, and Burden gets it. Year 2 is where the real explosion happens. Full command of the playbook, expanded route tree, more opportunities, and the confidence that comes from knowing you belong. Luther Burden 3 has superstar written all over him. So here's a question worth sitting with. Which of these 2 wide receivers, Luther Burden or Rome Odunze, has the higher ceiling by the end of this contract? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because that debate is about to get real. Rome Odunze. Speaking of Rome Odunze, the frustrating part isn't the talent, because the talent has never been in question. The frustrating part is how close we came to seeing the full breakout last year. He started the season like a man possessed. The numbers were tracking towards something special: double-digit touchdowns, 1,300-plus receiving yards, the kind of stat line that puts a receiver in the conversation for top 10 in the league. And then a stress fracture in his foot just ripped that momentum away. His first season in Chicago, he was buried behind DJ Moore and Keenan Allen with an offense that struggled to move the football. Still put up over 700 yards and 50 catches. Now DJ Moore is gone. The offense is better. Roma is entering year 3 in this system, his second year running Ben Johnson's concepts with full familiarity. That combination, youth, talent, experience in the scheme, and opportunity, is exactly the recipe for a breakout. The Bears traded DJ Moore partly for financial reasons, sure. But they also did it because they believe these two young receivers are ready to carry the load. If Rome Odunze can stay healthy through 17 games, this could be the performance that resets his entire trajectory. Austin Booker. Now let's talk defense, because the Chicago Bears' defensive line needs a lift in 2026, and the most likely source of that lift is Austin Booker. He missed the first 7 games of last season and still finished the year on a tear. 4.5 sacks in the final 6 games. 23 pressures in that same stretch, nearly 4 per game. 2 more sacks wiped out by penalties that he had nothing to do with. He got to the quarterback in the playoffs. The ascension is real. He's never going to be a dominant number 1 pass rusher on an elite defensive line. That's probably not his ceiling. But a legitimate, productive starter who gives you 7, 8, 9 sacks, holds his own against the run, and makes opposing offensive coordinators account for him on every snap. That is absolutely within reach. And for this Bears defense, that upgrade would be enormous. Last year he was starting out of necessity. This year he starts because he's earned it. Now he has to prove it belongs to him. Kyle Monangai. And finally, Kyle Monangai. Here's where we have to be honest about the role versus the raw potential. He's probably never going to be a feature back who touches the ball 250 times and rushes for 1,300 yards. That's just not who he is. What he is, and what makes him valuable, is one of the best number 2 backs in the entire league. He runs between the tackles with contact balance that surprises defenders. He improved dramatically as a pass catcher down the stretch last year. His pass protection got sharper and cleaner as the season went on. He already delivered nearly 1,000 all-purpose yards as a rookie. If he gives you 800 to 900 rushing yards and another 200 receiving as the change of pace, high-usage complement to DeAndre Swift, that is genuinely exceptional production for a backup role. Could he push Swift for the lead role entirely? Don't dismiss it completely. Swift is a solid player, but he's not a top 10 running back in this league. The Bears would love to upgrade at that position eventually. In the meantime, Monangai just needs to keep climbing. Question of the day: outside of these 5, which Bears player do you think has the best shot at a true breakout performance in 2026? Is it someone flying under the radar that the rest of the league is sleeping on? Tell me in the comments below. I want to know who you're watching. There are a few more names worth mentioning quickly. Shamar Turner tore his ACL as a rookie after just 74 snaps. If he can be a solid rotation contributor, that's a win. Jaden Walker is entering year 2 at wide receiver but likely maxes out at a number 3 role, at least for now. Tyreek Stevenson and Javon Dexter are both entering the final year of their rookie deals and have shown flashes. Could one of them have a signature moment? Maybe. And then there's DeAndre Jackson, technically a 5th-year player but entering what is genuinely his first real shot at a starting role. He gets an honorable mention here. 5 players. 5 opportunities. Caleb Williams breaking through to elite quarterback status. Luther Burden turning flashes into stardom. Rome Odunze staying healthy and delivering the season everyone has been waiting for. Austin Booker cementing himself as a legitimate starter on this defensive line. And Kyle Monangai continuing to grow into one of the better complementary backs in football. If this team gets even half of what these 5 players are capable of, 2026 could be a season that Bears fans remember for a long time.